Hello everyone, I'm Leon Morris and welcome back to the APS Weekly Willow. Today I'm joined by James Avenel. Today we'll be having an interview with Melissa Gear, who will be talking to us about the Haora Festival, which happened on Tuesday.
We will also have a final interview with Miss Steele, so make sure to stay tuned.
Now we'll be going through some school notices.
Today we had Red Nose Day. Your kind donations went to Cure Kids, which is the biggest fundraising campaign held in September each year, where incredible Kiwis across Aotearoa come together to help fund big research for little lives.
This weekend is the Blossom Festival. The Blossom Festival is one of the biggest events in that Alexandra hosts every year. Make sure to come along to the carnival and play some games and enjoy the rides. And even come along on Saturday morning to watch the floats drive down the road. Now we'll be having an interview with Melissa Gear, who will be telling us all about Tuesday's Haora Festival. Hello everyone, I'm Leon Morris and today we're joined by Melissa Gear. Melissa, tell us about what you did on Tuesday.
What we did on Tuesday? Well, Leon, on Tuesday we had the Dunster event, and it was a day to celebrate Haora and wellbeing. Our class had designed the event. This term they've been learning about the champion in themselves, and that started with our lead up to cross country, and we looked very closely at the fact that to be a champion you actually needed a lot more than just an ability. So we looked at the physical, the mental and emotional, the spiritual and the social aspects that to be a fully rounded well-being person you need to have all of those things going on. So we looked really closely at Richie McCaw and watched his Chasing Great movie, and the children were really inspired and didn't realise that Richie was just much more than actually a really good rugby player. He did a lot to help his own mental and emotional, spiritual and social well-being to get him to be the player that he was. So they decided that they wanted to share that information with other children, and they came up with hosting that event. So they invited schools from all over the Dunstan Coal, hence why they decided to call it Dunster, based on a school exchange where they all came to our school for the day and then we celebrated with a disco at night time. Each aspect of the day was broken into the 4 areas of well-being. So the morning was the physical workshops, the next stop was the mental and emotional workshops, the afternoon was the spiritual workshops, and that night we celebrated social well-being with a disco. Every child coming to the event picked an area, a workshop that they were keen to come to before coming to the event. So they were all pre-chosen. And we had every school represented apart from Omikau. And we had, I think, about 280 children here on Tuesday. The sun was shining, and the best thing was just seeing everybody all together. We had a theme of everybody being united in one on Tuesday, so nobody wore school uniforms. So everybody just looked like one big great group having a great time together.
So what schools came to the event?
So St Gerard's, the Terrace, Pulburn, Clyde and us.
Lastly, will it happen next year?
The kids have definitely asked if we can have this event again. Myself, Anna, Kylie and Tina, we had no part in being the main organisers for this event. It was run by 3 CEOs, Eve, Nate and Charlize, and we had 2 secretaries, and they made sure the event ran smoothly. So they have all made noises that they would like to see this become a regular thing.
Thank you, and back to the studio.
Thanks, Leon. Now to this week's weather. Hello everyone, welcome to the weather forecast. Today we have a cloudy day for the clock race, as well as a few nor'westerlies, along with a high of 16 and a low of 7. Tomorrow we have yet another cloudy day to start off the blossomy weekend with a high amount of cloud as well as a high of 19 and a low of 4 overnight. Lastly, on Sunday we have a rainy day with showers developing throughout the day with a high of 19 and a low of 4. That's this weekend's weather forecast.
Thanks, James.
Now we'll be having a final interview with Debbie Steele before she departs the school. Take it away, Leon.
Hello, and I'm here with Debbie Steele, and we're very sad that she's going to be leaving. We'll miss her greatly. However, for people that don't know why you're leaving, could you tell us why?
Well, I'm leaving because I was lucky enough to get a scholarship to a university in a place called Reggio Emilia, which is in northern Italy. I applied to do a doctorate through them. It's their first ever doctorates they've had, and there's 10 people called a research team who are from all around the world who they've got together from 32 applicants, and I'll be learning about an education approach that the city developed called Reggio Emilia, and it's a collaboration between the University of Modena and the Reggio Childhood Foundation. So I'm leaving because I'm going to do 3 years of study. Hopefully in that time I can pass a doctorate, and then I'd like to be able to share that back in New Zealand. Sorry, I didn't look at you the whole time.
It's fine. Are you excited for your new learning in Italy?
Yes, I'm very excited. Today I'm very sad because it's my last day at Alex Primary, so I'm quite emotional about that because it's been amazing. But I am excited about learning about this approach because it's one of my lifelong passions, and I feel very lucky to have the opportunity.
Lastly, what do you hope for the future of our school to be like?
Well, I've got a wee few things organised to share what I wish for Alex Primary, so Beasley's going to help me share them, and I've got a wee list if that's alright.
That's fine.
To share. So the first thing is I hope that you continue to have lots of fun like you do, and I've got an example of fun things. I'm in the Hopper house, and today I brought some of my Hopper clothes to hand over to the Hopper leaders, because whoever the teacher is that takes over my place, I hope that they can use these and continue the fun spirit that Alex Primary has. That's the first thing. I hope for continued equitable learning between teachers and children, and I need those pens there please. In my room I thought a good symbol of this in my classroom is the coloured whiteboard pens. We have a whiteboard table that we love doing workshops on and sharing learning. So I hope for lots of continued learning between teachers and children and families as well. So that's that one. Another thing I hope for is that children will keep exploring beauty in nature and the outdoors. I really love the outdoors, and I think it's really important that children enjoy the outdoors. So as an example of this, I've got some peacock feathers from my house, and lots of kids have been to my house and seen the peacocks, and I hope that this symbol will help them remember that it's great to be outdoors in nature. Another thing is just lifelong learning. I hope that the kids continue to love learning, and I've just got our class was in need of scissors and pencils and pencil sharpeners. So for my class leaving, I've just got some practical learning tools that I thought they could do with, and I also thought they could do with a little to help them as well along the way. So I hope that lifelong learning is still a thing that's important to children. And I play. Another thing that I hope for is play, that kids will continue to love playing through sport, particularly because I'm a bit of a sport person, and also through in school camps and things like Race to the Clock, which is tonight, that they'll enjoy that sort of thing. So I've got you some whistles because I hope that you'll keep up your sport competitions that we do in Year 7 and 8. And I thought I might give them to you to look after Leon because you're good at that. And have we got the rubbish stick? No, we didn't bring it. And one thing that I'm very passionate about at this school, which I think we're doing better and better all the time, is what we call new pedagogies for deep learning, so deep learning. And that encompasses the 6 C's, and I'm just going to read them in case I forget them while I'm talking. Creativity, critical thinking, character, collaboration, citizenship and communication. And I'm going to donate a cup. I know there's lots of cups, but I think it would be cool to have a deep learning cup for prize giving at the end of the year, and I'll be very interested in who earns this one. And the only other thing is creativity, which I haven't got an example of, I haven't got a thing to go with it, but I hope that kids continue to be creative and learning, just like you Weekly Willow guys are. So that's my wish for Alex Primary, my wishes.
From the AWW cast, we hope you have a great time in Italy, and back to the studio.
Thank you, Leon.
That's all we have time for this week. We hope you have a great holiday.
Until next time.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.